Hey guys, I wanted to invite you again to the workshop that I will be hosting on Saturday, May 6th at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. We are going to be essentially doing a fourth step inventory on the God of our understanding so that we can more beautifully and fully and completely and willingly take step 3, turning our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understand Him, because He is someone we can trust and someone we can surrender our will and our life to and want to. And the reason for this is really the hinge point of a full recovery. And so if you are someone who is not experiencing the fullness of the promises in the program, if the bedevilments are running rampant in your life, this workshop is for you. And this comes from a place of needing this myself, of walking this journey, and of wanting to share it with all of you. So I hope to see you there. Hey guys, my name is Nora Franche, and welcome to the podcast Grateful Blessed Mess, daily reflections for those in the 12 steps. I am a fellow 12-stepper and certified mindset coach, and I am here to introduce you to the value of mindset coaching in your 12-step journey. So if you feel like you are stuck in the steps, if you're slipping and sliding with your abstinence, mindset coaching may help you as it did me, and you can find me at CatholicMindsetCoaching.com. These episodes are meant to invite you in to consider the truths of 12-step wisdom and to join in the very real struggle of living them in action. I hope that it feels almost like a mini meeting, and I invite you to contribute your own share on the Grateful Blessed Mess Facebook group to keep the discussion going. My comments are based on my own experience, so feel free to take what you like and leave the rest. But my hope is to encourage you on your own daily 12-step journey. As they say, you cannot stay clean on yesterday's shower. So without further ado, let's begin. All right, people, a day at a time, December 15th. Reflection for the day. Some people are such worriers that they feel sorry about the fact that they have nothing to worry about. Newcomers in the program sometimes feel, for example, this is much too good to last. Most of us, however, have plenty of real things to worry about. Old standbys like money, health, death, and taxes, to name just a few. But the program tells us that the proven antidote to worry and fear is confidence. Confidence not in ourselves, but in our higher power. Will I continue to believe that my higher power can and will avert the calamity that I spend my days and nights dreading? Will I believe that if calamity does strike, my higher power will enable me to see through it? Today I pray. May I realize that the worry habit, worry that grows out of broader, often unlabeled fears, will take more than time to conquer. Like many dependent people, I have lived with worry so long that it has become my constant, floor-pacing companion. May my higher power teach me that making a chum out of worry is a waste of my energy and fritters away my constructive hours. Today I will remember, kick the worry habit. All right, I'm going to try to find something for you guys. I'm reading a book by Brené Brown called The Atlas of the Heart. Maybe you know it. I love it. I'm not as far into it as I wish I was, but because it's such a pretty book, it's like kind of like a glossy coffee table kind of book. I'm taking notes on a Google Doc so that I don't mark it up because I want it to stay pretty. So I found it. The definition of worry that she gives is a chain of negative thoughts about bad things that might happen in the future. So here we go. A chain of negative thoughts. One after the next, after the next, after the next, after the next. About bad things. Bad. There's a connection of worry and bad because we don't worry, quote unquote, about good things. we can take those in stride very well. So a chain of negative thoughts. So chain, one after the next, of negative thoughts, bad thoughts about bad things that might happen. They might. They haven't yet. There's a possibility they could or they couldn't. I don't know what the odds are, but they're not here yet and in the future. So it's just funny that there's two negative words here, negative and bad, and two future words that might happen, and future. So it's just, I'll tell you, someone told me once that, or someone just said, like an expression that worry is like sitting in a rocking chair. You're moving quite a lot, but you end up not going anywhere. Something like that. And I laughed because I hadn't heard that phrase before, but I was annoyed. So I was like, shut up. But it makes sense. It makes sense. You feel very, very busy. It almost feels like appropriate, or it feels like a good thing, because you're like, you feel like you're doing something about something that you're powerless about. But the truth of it is you're powerless about it. So it's this fake sense of safety in staying busy, which gives you a sense of control. Like if I have something to do, then I'm doing something. Then, I'm working hard towards this thing that I desire. There is nothing harder, I think, than sitting still, especially if something could be coming that you don't want to come. But the funny thing is that we really don't have control over most bad things that happen. We don't anticipate most of them either. But say something that comes to mind is just like, say it is something that could happen. Like you're waiting for the results of a biopsy or something, and it's 50-50. It's either malignant or benign. There's either a problem or there's not. And that would be anxiety inducing. And chances are you're going to worry, and I don't blame you. But what is the benefit of that? Anyways, so what I wanted to just say was really that the purpose of program is to teach us how to meet calamity with serenity when it does strike, and how to learn to trust and turn it over while we're in that really uncomfortable in-between of waiting for something like real and pressing that we just are waiting to know, like a test result, or that we're just in the in-between of like, when am I going to finally get abstinent? When am I going to be sober? When am I going to, find the job that lights me on fire? Some of these things are a little bit more indefinite and long range. And the program teaches us how to meet both from a place of serenity, because it teaches us, if we're willing to do the work and learn, it teaches us how to trust our higher power, how to give him the worry, how to release that fake sense of control that isn't even real, that fake control, that worry. We can get out of the rocking chair, we can go about our day, and we give the rest to God. So maybe you can do that too. Maybe I can do that today. Maybe each and every one of us can choose one thing that we know is eating up our mental space and energy, and decide to give it to God again and again and again. With that, I pass. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. If you feel that mindset coaching could help you on your 12-step journey, please feel free to reach out and find me at catholicmindsetcoaching.com. But more than that, it's important to me to give listeners like yourself a place where you do not need to feel alone on your 12-step journey. And for that reason, I've created a Facebook group. It's called Grateful Blessed Mess. And it's a place where listeners can go to add their own commentary on the share for the day, in addition to my own, and for us just to have a conversation or start a back and forth where people can find support in their 12-step journey. This is not a replacement for 12-step work. This is something outside of the 12 steps. It is simply something that has a heart for the 12 steps and those who are in it. And so, welcome. If you are here, chances are you may also be a bit of a mess. And I hope that you can learn to find some gratitude in the blessings that have come from your messes.